So today I'm going to show you how to pay a dream team. If it's with equity, if it's with money, I'm going to share with you all the different options so you know exactly what to do with it. So hey, if you don't know me yet, my name is Moran Pober. I'm here to help you buy businesses and I'm here to share my journey in the last few years in this space. I'm also the founder of Acquisitions.com. So one of the biggest questions I'm getting from people who try to follow QLA and build themselves a board is, how do I pay them? Do I give them equity? Do I pay them per their hour? Do I need money to pay them? And I want to specifically focus today on especially accountants and lawyers, because when you close deals, especially if it's your first deals, you need accountants and lawyers. I can tell you that eventually if you build experience and you build the right skill set, you don't even need accountants and lawyers because you can do most of the work yourself and then perhaps get accountants or lawyers to review your work. But if it's your first deal, you probably want established accountants and lawyers to look at your deals and help you do the work. So the question is, how are we doing that? If you especially go for big four firms, accounting firms, and other big international law firms, they charge a lot of money if you don't know how to position yourself well. And I know a lot of horror stories, literally, of companies trying to grow by acquisitions, by buying other companies and paying accountants and lawyers by the hour, and literally almost bankrupts because they paid too much on deals that they didn't close. So the way which we want to work with accountants and lawyers is on what we call a deferred fee basis, which means that we only pay for the accountants and lawyers if and when we close the transaction. Now you're probably asking, so what happens if we're not closing a transaction? And the answer is that you want to negotiate a structure where the fees will be deferred to the next transactions. Because you need to remember, accountants and lawyers need to make money somehow. One of their best ways to make money is to be involved in mergers and acquisitions of companies. And when you can provide that value to them, they will find a way to work with you if you know how to pitch yourself well, you know what to tell them so they take you seriously and your deal seriously. If you know how to do it well, those accountants and lawyers might even discount failed acquisitions for you and will defer things later. There are very different structures and term sheets that you can get, again, depending on how you position yourself. One thing you need to expect when you're working with accountants and lawyers, especially if you're expecting to get deferred fee structures, is that you're going to pay premium for those deals, right? So, I mean, obviously they're taking the risk. So you need to bring something from your end as well, some skin in the game or some premium pricing on if and when you close a deal. This is very common and you need to expect that as well when you're talking to accountants and lawyers. Now, if you see value in this video so far, please like and subscribe to the channel if you didn't yet, and let me know in the comments below what is the biggest lesson so far from this video. Now, another big tip with building this board and how to pay them is the fact that, like I said, those accountants and lawyers will work with you only if you know how to position yourself well and have the certainty behind what you're saying. That's why I highly suggest you to go and practice on small firms first. Go for small accounting firms, go for small law firms, and when you do the work with them first and you practice on them first, even if you fail with them, it's all good. And the beauty is that if you're getting some term sheets from them, then you can position them as kind of like the baseline for your next negotiations with perhaps larger firms if you want. Another tip would be that you don't need those big firms, especially if it's your first acquisitions. You can find very small accountant or lawyer firms to work with you on your deals. You don't need big four firms if you're doing small deals. It can make you look very big and professional, but if it's your first deal, you don't really need it. I can tell you that at the point that I'm at, I literally don't need the use of accountants and lawyers almost. Like, to do financial due diligence, I can do most of it myself. It's just a matter of looking at numbers. Do I want to do it myself? The answer is no. Same for law firms. Like, I can write agreements myself. I can write LOIs, sales and purchase agreements. My clients get all those templates as well. But you don't really need those lawyers if you have some experience. Obviously, ideally, you want to give them to do the work because they have the experience, they're more professional than you. But you need to understand that when you close a deal, an agreement, a sales and purchase agreement, can literally be your notes with the seller notes, and you both sign in that agreement. Is it the most professional way to do it? No. But is it possible to do it? Yes. It's just a way for you to understand that you don't really need those lawyers and accountants as much as you think you do. At the same time, if it's your first deal, obviously use them, but understand that they're not the be all end all to your deal or not. It's you in the end of the day who is responsible to do the deal. It's you having the right strategy that's working right now with the right support with you and accountability that will decide on if and not you're going to close the deal. So I hope you got some value from this video. If you want to understand what kind of commitment you can get from a dream team, if it's accountants, lawyers, or other people in your dream team, then I created this video for you. Go and watch it right now, and I'll see you there in a bit.